Hey, thanks for joining me with another Delve Deeper as we take a look at teaching number 12 in our study of Second Peter. The life of a disciple of Jesus is not one of religious rules and regulations. It's not about conformity and groupthink. Jesus said, if the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. Now, true freedom comes from knowing and adhering to Jesus's teachings. Political, physical, economic, or societal freedom is not being addressed. Jesus is talking about spiritual freedom. Now, spiritual freedom involves growing in a right relationship with God, the consequences of sin being dealt with upon the cross. And with this atonement, there's freedom from guilt and from shame and from fear and the chains of the past. And in their place, there's empowerment to live a new life in Christ. Spiritual freedom is a transformative freedom. Spiritual freedom is experienced through a right relationship with God. Now, this relationship is established when you bend your knee to the Lordship of Jesus. You are now empowered to live your life to the full. And in that living, there's an inner peace or tranquility when facing the challenges of life. That's one of the benefits of the freedom you have in Christ. You know that you do not face life alone. You know that you have an ally, and you know that in the end, victory is assured. Now, being given a new start, you are now on a journey of self-discovery, free from the past. You learn who you are in Jesus, discovering your gifting so that you become the person God created you to be. When you are becoming that person, there's a sense of inner peace and contentment, regardless of the external circumstances. So you're convinced that you are on the right path, regardless of what is happening. And then experiencing unconditional love, you become a lover yourself, seeking to meet the needs of others as the opportunity arises. And you find this gratification in doing so. It's a joy that you have in making a positive contribution to someone else's life. Now, religion, it always has its rules and regulations, and they're in place to make you and keep you in a right relationship with God. But you got to remember that they always come from the experiences of the founders of that particular religious group. And they may no longer be productive in your living a devout and holy life. So you have the freedom to choose how you will glorify God, how you will contribute to the welfare of the fellowship that you enjoy, how you will walk worthy of the gospel of Christ, how you will think. Now, authority and accountability of a group, they have their place in this new life. You are not a lone ranger. Rather, you're part of a body, a living, breathing organism. And what you do, how you conduct your affairs, is either going to bring health to that body or it's going to bring disease to that body. So if the Son has set you free, you are free indeed, free to experience a reconciled, intimate, and satisfying relationship with God. That's the freedom that is yours in Christ Jesus.